So the topic on this video is going to be illegal immigration. I don't know the figure off the top of my head, the exact number, but I know that American taxpayers spend 1 point something billion every year on funding illegal immigration. And that's just a crazy high number, right? Obviously, that's just insane. And this is why I'm so grateful that we have Donald Trump, because he's attacking the issue head on. He's not afraid to call it out and say what it is. You know, the first thing they tried to do was say, oh, it's racist. You know, he said that all Mexicans are drug dealers and rapists and criminals. I mean, everybody knows exactly what he meant when he said it. Like, they're not sending their best people over here. And it's just kind of crazy that the left is pushing for illegal immigration, like they want more of it. And common sense and logic would tell you, we haven't even taken care of our own problems. How can we fix someone else's problems? You know, like, people coming over here are seeking refuge, asylum from worse conditions than obviously here. So they're not coming in with like master's degrees and, you know, a plethora of skills that can contribute to our economy. They are just essentially like the bottom dwellers of their country for the most part, right? Not all. But your average immigrant is coming here because conditions are better. And those conditions could be anything from jobs are better to I can have clean drinking water to I can have shelter. There's less crime. And the left wants to welcome that with open arms while people here still don't have clean drinking water. People here are in dire need of better schools, better neighborhoods, more jobs. And the fact that the Democrats have absolutely no platform to run on. I mean, we're looking at the primaries here in like 6-7 months. Like, what are they going to run on? Because the only thing I've heard is hate Trump. Let's impeach Trump. Stormy Daniels, Russian collusion. But they don't want to talk about the fact that illegal immigrants are pouring over our border with no vetting process. You want to talk about tax dollars poorly spent? How about the tax dollars that have to go towards ICE agents and hiring more like national security guards to go police the border? We have to allocate more resources to the border, paying someone's salary to go stand on the border. We could just build a damn wall. It just makes more sense to build a wall, fix the problem, instead of put a Band-Aid on it. And that's what he wants to do. But they want to stop him. And, you know, it's really funny. You can poke holes in the arguments of leftists about illegal immigration, because one of the arguments I've heard was, oh, these people are just seeking a better life. They're just coming over from other countries. Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, everybody wants to come to the United States. Who wouldn't? It's the greatest country on earth. However, there needs to be some kind of vetting process, or it's going to be less of a great country. It's like, if we just let people come over, then America just becomes watered down and less desirable, because we start losing more jobs and more money. We go into more debt. The other argument that they make is, well, these people are working on, you know, these crops and farms. They're picking oranges. You know, these are cleaning ladies. They're doing jobs that Americans don't want to do for lesser wages. I'm like, okay, so that goes against your argument for increasing the minimum wage, because if an illegal immigrant can just come and undercut someone, I mean, then obviously the minimum wage thing goes out the window. Also, they talk about livable wages. Like, who decides what a livable wage is? Everyone has a different lifestyle. Everyone makes different choices. I've never understood that when they say, oh, $8 an hour, whatever the number is. That's not a livable wage. Well, it depends on who you're asking. I mean, that could be someone's little side hustle, working at Burger King or Taco Bell or whatever, that's paying that lower wage. And they could have their own business that they're starting up. Maybe they have multiple sources of income. I mean, that's what most fiscally responsible people do. They have multiple sources of income. But yeah, if someone's trying to survive and pay for 3 kids and rent and all their other bills off of Burger King salary, yeah, it's going to be tough for them. But there's also resources available for them to increase their earning. You know, that's what schooling is for. You can better yourself here. But the point I'm making is, if you're gonna basically say, oh, these people are coming over here and they're doing the jobs that Americans don't want to do, you're acknowledging that they can come over and live off of what you deemed previously an unlivable wage. And if they're working on, I don't know what they're undercutting us for when they come over here. I don't know, let's say it's $6 an hour. That's really nothing. So where's the rest of the money coming from for them to live, right? That's coming from the government. So I get why they want these people over here. I just don't see how it's going to get them reelected, or I don't see how it's going to get them more seats. I don't see how they're going to take the House, take the Senate, get more seats when their only platform really is calling Trump racist, trying to impeach him, and immigration. I mean, look no further than California. I mean, where I live in Florida, I don't think illegal immigration is as big of an issue. It's obviously an issue everywhere, but it's not the way it is in like Texas and New Mexico. California is probably the worst example, or the best example rather, of how illegal immigration is causing so many issues. Another argument is, you know, these people, they're saying, oh, well, they're not breaking the law. These are, for the most part, law-abiding citizens. And then they try to prop up examples of people like, oh, this is Jorge. He's just, you know, he's coming over here. He's a construction worker. He's doing this, doing that, trying to support his kids. But they're ignoring the people who are driving drunk, people committing robbery, people committing sexual assault, the human trafficking that goes on. I mean, if you think about it, if we build a wall, literally, like if we could wave a magic wand and the wall were built tomorrow, imagine how much crime that stops just right there. How many people are going to not try to make that trudge through Mexico to come over here? Human trafficking is going to go down. They're like, well, we got to find another way to get over here. That at least stifles a lot of the activity that's going on. We don't have to allocate resources to the border. It might encourage some of these people to stay in their own country, overthrow whatever kind of system is oppressing them, and make their own country great. Like, imagine a world where everyone could make their own country great. And this is, again, why Donald Trump is the best thing to happen to the United States, because he wants to make America great again. People in Honduras should want to make Honduras great. I don't know if it was ever great before. It's a developing country. But why can't they build their country up the way that we've built our country up? You know, if people are willing to stay there and fight for their country instead of fleeing it, I think their country would be much better off. Instead, what they're doing is coming over here and making our country worse at the expense of the American taxpayer. How are you going to find an illegal immigrant a job before you find an American citizen a job, before you find a veteran a job, before you take care of the people here? It just doesn't make any sense. That's like saying, oh, I have 5 kids, but I'm going to go adopt 5 more kids, even though my 5 kids are sharing clothes and we're splitting pizza every night, and, you know, we just don't have the money, but we can take on more. That's what I feel like the left tries to do. They're just juggling. They just want to juggle a bunch of things. Like, we can juggle illegal immigration, we can juggle DACA, we can juggle Black Lives Matter and all these other issues, but they don't have like a solid platform to run on. Unlike Donald Trump, everyone knows what Donald Trump's platform is, and you're either on board with it or you're not. I love that it's just cut and dry, right? Build a wall, negotiate better deals, bring back jobs, keep taxes low, roll back regulations. And on the left, again, like I said, it's just, we got to impeach Donald Trump. You know, American citizens are suffering, and all these other BS lame talking points, right? The entire talk track doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense when it boils down to it. You either take care of American citizens and get America right first, then you could actually, you know what? If somehow we could take care of our own, and build up American citizens, get American citizens going right, then maybe you could justify illegal immigration, or not illegal immigration, you could justify focusing on immigration, you know? And the biggest slap in the face is to the people who actually come here legally, the people who spend the money, the time, the resources, they want to do it the right way. Those people are undermined by the people who are just hopping the border. Just crossing the border, claiming asylum, going to California, getting the government benefits, getting voted into office. Just they're basically saying, hey, you can work hard, study, pass the test, or you can just cheat on the test. Here's all the answers. Here's all the answers. Mind you, people have actually studied and worked hard to try to come here, and they actually are contributing to society. You're basically giving people a freebie. You know, it's like if you were in line for Disney World with your kids, you've been standing there all day, you bought tickets, you bought food, you're basically dedicated an entire day to it, spend a whole lot of money, and then you have people who are just sneaking past security, just getting in for free and getting food for free. How would that make you feel as someone who followed the rules, went about it the right way, spent your money? And what if Disney World just let these people in, right? Like, oh, you had it hard, you know, on the other side of the Disney World walls, we're gonna let you in. Come on in. Come on in. We understand how tough it is. We know you couldn't pay for it, so just come on in. But the other people, they have to stay in line and pay and come in the right way. I really don't know what else to say about it. It's just build the wall and focus on American citizens first. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Like, share, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. See you guys in the next video.